Hey.
Hello. We just picked up some farm fresh eggs from free range chickens, and we have fallen in love with these farm fresh eggs. They are so much better than store-bought eggs. You just don't understand until you try them.
I understand because I've tried them.
Anyways, these are extra large eggs. They're pretty big. So we thought we would do a competition between the pressure cooker to make eggs and a sous vide stick to make eggs and see which ones turn out better. Now, when I used to boil eggs, it was always inconsistent and I could never peel them. Like, never. No matter what I did, whether I poked a hole at the bottom of the egg or added vinegar to the water or baking soda to the water, or there's all sorts of ways people suggested that I try, but I never was able to peel an egg properly, whether you use new eggs or old eggs. Anyways, these are pretty fresh eggs. They've never been refrigerated. They can last for about 6 weeks on your counter without being refrigerated if they're fresh from the chickens. So these are the eggs that we're going to use. I'm going to do 4 in the pressure cooker and 4 using the sous vide.
That's a lot of eggs.
Yeah. But since we got the sous vide to make eggs, I just love them so much that I stopped using the pressure cooker to make eggs. So it would be interesting to see what the comparison is. Shall we? I love this particular sous vide device because it's got a magnet at the bottom, so it will just stick onto my pot. And I turn it on with my phone, and they have a ramen egg setting already, preset, but just for all of you who don't have a Joule, the temperature is 194 degrees Fahrenheit for 8 minutes. But first we have to heat up the water. So I'm just going to do that first. Get that started. With the pressure cooker, we're going to put, I have about a cup of water already in there, along with the trivet. And I'm going to put 4 eggs in here. For the sous vide, usually I would have that part submerged in the water, but it says to use the smallest pot that you have to accommodate the eggs that you have. And I don't have a tall-ish pot, so that's what I'm using. Okay, locking the lid into place. I've got my sealing knob. Okay, making sure it's on sealing. And I also have it programmed on my phone. And it's for manual low pressure for 3 minutes. So I'm going to start that as well. And we'll see how it goes. I can't add the eggs until this is heated up. The eggs are done in the pressure cooker. My Joule is still heating up, so I'm releasing the steam here. They have to be taken out right away, otherwise they will overcook. And I don't want that. Nobody wants that. All right. Okay, I'm going to remove the eggs. I have a bowl of cold water. I don't have ice. I never have ice at home. So I'm just going to put them in cold water, but I'm going to run it under the tap for about a minute. Keep the water circulating, keeping the water cold. And I'll be right back. My water is ready for the Joule, and I'm going to put in 4 eggs. Ow! What?
Are you okay?
I'm fine.
I mean, I was laughing. No, I wasn't laughing.
And I'm going to start my timer on my phone. That's it for now. These eggs are done. Turning the Joule off. And they also need to be removed right away. So into cold water or ice water if you have, which I don't have. And I too will run this under the tap for about a minute.
if you had a fridge with an ice maker, bam.
I know, I don't have one of those either. Okay, be right back. All right, so these ones were the ones that were made in the pressure cooker, and these are the ones that were sous vide. So, moment of truth. Now, I like my eggs with the white fully cooked and the yolk just kind of cooked around the outside with a little bit runny on the insides, and the texture is kind of fudgy. So let's see if that works. Okay, pressure cooker eggs, look, peeling nicely. Ta-da! Perfectly peeled egg. And just going to cut that open and show you what the insides look like. So that is very close to the texture I like. There's still a little bit gooey on the inside, and the texture is fudgy. And the egg white is cooked all the way through. And then this is the egg that was sous vide. This too peels really nicely. And remember, these are farm fresh eggs. They've never been refrigerated. People say that the best eggs to hard boil are old eggs because you can get the peels off. Well, that's what I hear anyways, but you can get the peel off just as easily.
Old eggs kind of sound unappealing.
All right, I'm going to wipe this knife so that we can get a good cut. A little bit gooier. Yep, but very similar.
Quite similar.
Yeah.
I would say
they're about the same.
They're about the same.
This one is cooked a little bit more. This one is more runny. I think, see?
Yeah, just at the edges of the yolk, I see that the pressure cooker ones are more on the cooked side.
So my preference is still this egg compared to that one. And I think because of the temperature and the amount of time that it takes to cook these eggs, there is really a very small margin for error. Whereas this one, if you don't release that pressure right away, and if you have too much water in there, it can cause the cooking of the egg to last a little bit longer than you want, and there's nothing you can do about it because you need that pressure to be completely released before you can pull out those eggs. So I think method-wise, I would still prefer the sous vide eggs. That's just my opinion. But you can get decent eggs made with a pressure cooker. Quicker, that's true. This took, well, a good 8 to 9 minutes longer than the pressure cooker eggs.
What about the egg whites? How would you rate the texture between the two?
Oh, I think they're the same. They're fully cooked. Actually.
Yes, that's what I'm thinking.
No, this one, if you look, it's, these ones are more like hard. They're harder. Like you can't,
closer to hard boiled or medium boiled.
You can't squeeze. They're not as, I can't even grab it. Look, the texture, the egg is more fully cooked. This one is more tender. Like even in the white.
That's right.
See?
Yeah.
What's that one?
Yes.
Yeah.
So they may look similar, but the final texture, I think the win goes to sous vide eggs if you can hack the time needed.
Yeah, I agree. All right, so sous vide eggs for the win, in my opinion. I just want to say thank you again to my patrons on Patreon. I have some new subscribers, really appreciate your support. And we crossed over 1,000 on our Facebook page, so I'm really excited about that. And because I am being supported, I am able to create some more content. And if you follow me on Instagram, you'll notice that I have been posting a little bit more in the IG stories. And so check it out. Find out what I do all day long. Aside from going to Costco and spending too much money. Till next time, be simple, ordinary, and joyful.